Ms. Beverly, we don't have your church affiliation on here, so if you don't mind, please tell us when you come. On our last program we did.
I'm so blessed to be here this morning and this afternoon. I just love God. Amen. Praise God. I just love people, love to be around people that love God. There's a spirit of deliverance in this place, and I just can't help to ignore the spirit. So I thank you that every time we come into the presence of God, we can expect healing. We can expect a revelation. I'm just so happy to know that the Lord Jesus Christ and all my burdens I can leave at his feet. Amen. Praise God. Praise God. I can't see you back there, Elder, but I'm just going to wait on you. Where you at? There you are. Okay. Praise God. Just want to bless you with this song. Thank you, Jesus. Wonderful, Jesus. Oh, I'm with Maranatha Assemblies of God. I've been there about 16 years. That's how I met my friend Carmen. But you know what? I love God no matter where I go. And as long as I walk into the house of the Lord, I know that I belong and I'm welcome because this is his house. Amen. Anytime the saints of God is there, it's his house. Amen. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So I'm in my Father's house. Amen. Wonderful Jesus. Praise God. As I come to your presence, past the gates of praise, into your sanctuary, where I'm standing face to face, I look upon your countenance, I see the fullness of your grace. I can only bow down and say, yes, you are welcome in this place, mighty God. You are welcome in this place, oh Father. You are worthy of all praise. To you our lives we raise. You are welcome in this place, mighty God. As I come into your presence, past the grace of faith, to the sanctuary, yeah, where I'm standing face to face. Look upon the continent, I see the fullness of your grace. I can only bow down and say, you are welcome in this place, mighty God. Hallelujah. Mighty God. Wonderful Savior. We bless your name today, Lord God. We honor you today, Lord God. You're worthy of all of our praise, Lord God. You've been so good, Lord God. Wonderful Jesus. Wonderful Jesus. Yes. Great thy faithfulness. Great thy faithfulness. Listen. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Yeah. All I have needed. Do I have a witness? Sometimes you couldn't find your way. Sometimes you couldn't go to your sisters and brothers. But won't God make a way? Won't He make a way? Wonderful Jesus. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faith. Lord, you've been so good. Great is thy faithfulness. Unto me. Wonderful
Thank you. I'd like to announce now that we have some activities available for our young ones out in the vestibule there. If you guys would like to head out there, children, you can go. There's some arts and crafts there, so we'll give you an opportunity. Yeah, exciting, guys. Sister Charlene is ready for you guys, so if you want to make your way out there, you may now. All right. Next up, we have Tamara L. Fuller is an inspiring, innovative, and energetic professional native of Decatur, Illinois. Her experience covers a wide array of skills, training, and certifications. Tamara Fuller holds a bachelor's degree in biology from Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. She successfully established her career path while working in the fast-paced corporate world, working for large companies in both the food and pharmaceutical industry. Tamara has acquired an extensive knowledge base in quality control, corporate regulations, and proper standard operating procedures. Outside of her former training, Tamara runs and operates as the president of the Greater Decatur Black Chamber of Commerce. Here she supports, advocates, and provides direction for the growth of African American businesses and communities. Her great works in our community have been rewarded with several awards and recognitions. She has been featured in the Herald Review Business Journal, 2008 Movers and Shakers, 20 Under 40, Most Influential Individuals in Decatur, Illinois, and Decatur's Frontiers Community Service Awards. Tamara Fuller sits on several leadership panels to educate those in leadership skills. Her newest endeavor comes with new challenges and opportunities for growth. She is the newest member of the Bass Group, where she will be lobbying on behalf of the company's current and new clients. Her professional tenacity and leadership skills put her in the category where where success is inevitable. Today, Tamara will talk to us about caring for those who may feel lost after serving time and how they can expunge their criminal record. On the spiritual note, we're reminded in Colossians 2:14, where Paul tells us, having canceled the charge of our legal indebtedness, our sins, which stood before us to condemn us, he has taken it away, nailing it to the cross. Ms. Tamara Fuller.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hopefully, I can give you some good news today. Actually, does anybody know anyone who has a criminal record? Served time? Well, I have absolutely great news for you today. I want to thank, first of all, Lebanon Seventh-day Adventist Church, Dr. Burley, Mrs. Thomas, and Pastor Grace for giving me the opportunity to share some information with you today. As stated, I'm the president of the Greater Decatur Black Chamber of Commerce. We were established in 2004. We want to advocate for African American businesses as well as for our communities. One thing that we did see that there was a large amount of individuals who have had a criminal record. And with this criminal record, there were placed barriers on them. I don't know if you know it or not, but nearly 9 out of 10 employers use background checks in hiring. 4 out of 5 landlords do a background check on you before they go rent to you. And more than 3 in 5 colleges and universities do a background check on you as well. So starting out at the gate, these individuals have a barrier that prevents them from some of the basic necessities of life. They've been shut out of jobs, they've been shut out of getting their own places to live, and they've been shut out of the education. So me and my team started to, contemplate on what can we do to give back to this community and to help those individuals who have these barriers. We joined forces with Land and Lincoln Legal Services. Land and Lincoln is actually a non-for-profit organization where they provide civil legal services to low-income persons and senior citizens in 65 counties in Central Illinois and in Southern Illinois. So when we met with Land and Lincoln Legal Services, we came to them and was like, what can we do to help these individuals to get rid of these barriers that they have in front of them? Well, Land and Lincoln has a program where they offer their services for free sealing and expungement services for individuals who have a criminal past. Is anyone familiar with sealing or expungements? Kind of. Well, sealing and expungement is basically where when someone, like the employees or the landlords, look for your criminal background, if your background is sealed, they can no longer see you. So that takes away the barrier where, if they're looking for the opportunity to gain a job or a place to stay, these people cannot see it. Now in 2014, Illinois enacted the ban the box. Anybody familiar with ban the box? Well, this is legislation that was passed that where employees can no longer put, have you been convicted of a criminal offense on the application. Now, this is not a remedy for it, but it does get that individual to the next step as they can get to the interview and they can go out and, make a good impression before that employer may want to pull their record. So this just gives them the opportunity to go in and show them that, they're qualified and can actually do the work set forth. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some myths of criminal records. Have anyone heard that if you have a criminal record, you can't get your passport? Well, that's actually untrue. You are able to get your passport. It's just that sometimes, depending on the crime that you have on your background, some countries may not allow you into their country. But you are able to get a passport if needed. Have anyone heard that you can't vote if you have a felony? Okay. Well, you can vote. As soon as you serve your time and you're released from prison, you are eligible for voting. So if you know someone who may be in that situation and think that they can't vote, please make sure that they know that they can. And voting is very important because, especially on the local level, because they are the ones that make those critical decisions. With the city council in Decatur, they run the police department. So they set all the standards and all the ordinances that affects many of the people in our communities. So if you know someone who has a felony and they think they cannot vote, let them know that they can. Take them to the poll, tell them the importance of them voting. Illinois. Yeah. Illinois, you can vote. I'm not sure of all the states that you can or cannot. I know for sure Tennessee you cannot vote. We've actually been talking to some people down in that area to try to change some of that legislation so that if you have a felony or a criminal background, that you will be able to. So the difference between, I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between expungement and sealing. Expungement is available for non-convictions, records with limited exceptions. That means if you went to court and they dismissed your case, you found not guilty, your record can be expunged. And with expungement, it completely is wiped out. No one can see it, it's unavailable, it's like it was never there. Sealing is available for most misdemeanors and felonies that you get convicted of. Now, these don't entirely go away, but employers, your landlords, and people of that magnitude cannot see your record. The only people that could see your record after it's sealed is law enforcement. But it still gets you to the next step needed. You have a question? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
It's hard to see from there.
I know in the state of Florida, Governor Charlie Crist would not allow people to vote. Matter of fact, according to him, it's up to him to decide. And when he gets there going to be ready, he'll let people vote. Because the problem is that these people who are coming out of prison tend to vote Democratic. And so now you have conservative governors across the United States who are blocking prisoners from voting, especially right now because it's midterm elections. But there are some states such as Florida that are giving away. And the Supreme Court ruling is still out there. But you're supposed to be able to vote after you do your time. Like I said before, certain governors are standing in the way and blocking this.
That's correct. As you said, most individuals who are incarcerated, or we have a large amount of African Americans, who are incarcerated, and most of them tend to be Democratic. And they really don't want you to be able to express yourself and to vocalize what's important to you by voting. So they will suppress you from doing so. As I stated, in the state of Tennessee is the same way. They want to keep your voice quiet. They want to take that away from you. But as I say all the time, once you do your time and you pay your dues to society by serving, your conviction and what they put out for you to do, I feel like you should be able to come back to society as is. But in our society right now, it's like a scarlet letter. You have to wear your criminal past on you 24/7. And I just think that, we deserve second chances. And a lot of individuals make mistakes when they were younger, and they're still living with their past. So we've been working really hard trying to change criminal justice laws. The Illinois Black Caucus is actually working really hard on trying to change the legislations, trying to change some of those criminal offenses that are non-violent, especially drug convictions. We didn't hurt anyone physically, but they're working really hard on trying to change the time for that.
Yes, I'd like to ask about, what about owning a weapon? What about that?
So, from what I know, felons cannot get a FOIA card. So once you have been in the system, and even though you serve your time, in Illinois, I don't believe you can.
You serve. You have to serve.
What's that?
Wonder if you haven't served any time. You just got a criminal record, okay?
What?
But it's been, maybe your felonies have been years ago. But for the last 20, 25 years, you have.
Right, I think they still hold it against you, and you can't get your FOIA. But I can check on that and get back with you on that, but I'm almost positive that if you're a felon, you cannot have a FOIA card to own a weapon.
Well, I've heard other people do expunge their record.
Yes.
They do own weapons.
Well, if you expunge it, that means there's nothing on your record, and you should be good with getting your FOIA card. So now, do you guys kind of get the difference between expungement and sealing? So expungement is for those that you have not been convicted of, and sealing is for those that you have been convicted of. There are a few crimes that are not eligible. Some of those are driving under the influence, reckless driving, sexual offenses involving minors. However, last August, a House bill was passed, 2373, and it expanding the sealing of records. At one time, it only encompassed certain crimes, but when this bill was signed, it opened up for everything. So if you had a murder, it's included now. So this bill kind of opened up the door for individuals who may have more violent offenses to get their records expunged or sealed. As I said, and it's a little bit different for sealing eligibility. You can't have domestic batteries, and violations of order of protections cannot be sealed. Violations of the Humane Care for Animals Act, if you have a crime dealing with animals, that cannot be sealed. Sexual crimes, under Article 11 cannot be sealed, and driving under the influence and reckless driving cannot be sealed. So another thing, something that qualifies you, usually once you get out, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can start the process of expungement and sealing. However, there's no waiting period to seal eligible offenses if the individual earned a high school diploma, associate's degree, career certificate, vocational technical certification, bachelor's degree, or GED while serving their sentence. So once these individuals who have went on for higher learning while they were incarcerated, once they're released, they can immediately go in and try to get their records sealed or expunged. Now, another big issue that was happening was before you can get your records expunged or sealed, you have to pay all your fines and fees associated with the crimes that you have. Well, August the 10th, 2018, the governor actually signed the bill, HB 5341, that waived those fees. Did not waive it, let me rephrase it. It is not waived. However, you can continue the process of getting your records expunged and sealed without having to pay those fees. So it becomes a separate issue, but you can move forward in getting your records sealed and expunged. So basically, once you start the process of your sealing or expungement, it's really up to, I'll say the whole phase of getting your records sealed and expunged takes about 6 months. It really depends on, your criminal record and how much is on there. Take for instance my sister. She had did some things when she was younger, around 18, and she got 3 felonies, and she had another case, but it got dismissed. We started her out in June. She actually has a court date November the 28th or something like that. So it's been about 6 months. So it takes about 6 months for you to go through the whole process. It may take longer if you have a drug offense and you're wanting to seal a drug offense. You will have to take a drug test as well as some of the other paperwork that you have to do. But she actually has her court date coming up, and what the court considers is the time period since the offense and the educational and employment history since you received those crimes. So they do take into consideration if you're trying to do better in your life, if you're on a different path, if you haven't offended since these records that you have on your file. So basically, they'll deny you if you're a repeat offender and you're always doing it and you're still doing the same things that you did when you were younger. So they do look at that. So what happens after the court order is granted? Searches in the court system will reveal no record on your part. So, I don't know if anybody go on like Macon County Circuit Clerk and search people in, and it comes up with like a long list of things. So that would no longer be on there. You wouldn't be able to search and you couldn't find those offenses. That'll all be clear. I know a lot of employers and landlords, they do searches like that to be able to find your past convictions. So you would no longer see that once your record has been sealed or expunged. And like I said, with expungement, no one, it just disappears. Law enforcement, the employers, landlords, no one would be able to see it. With a seal, law enforcement would still be able to pull up the record and see that you have a record. you're not able to get your record sealed or expunged, there is a couple of different ways that you can help yourself and move forward and remove some of those big barriers. One, for instance, is there's something called the health care waiver. So this is a waiver that you can fill out and send into the state of Illinois that can help you get into the healthcare field, so you can work at nursing homes, different facilities, hospitals, and stuff like that. So you can fill out a waiver, and that can get you in that way. You can get a certificate of good conduct and relief form. This is granted by the courts after rehabilitation hearings in front of a judge. It can be used to aid in job searches, provide immunity from negligent hiring. The last thing is petition for executive clemency, and that's very hard to do. You basically have to submit something in writing to the governor of the state, and he would have to accept that and grant you clemency and kind of wipe out your criminal record. That doesn't happen too often, but it is an option. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, actually, the Greater Decatur Black Chamber of Commerce, we are a referral organization for the land of Lincoln. So that means that if you know someone or have a family member that may need some assistance, you can come into our office and fill out a form. And what we do is we send it over to the office, and they can take your case that way. We had our first expungement and sealing seminar. It was August the 25th. We had it at Mrs. K's Community Center. We had about 100 individuals to come out. So far, we have helped around 25 people have started the process, and Mrs. Emily, who works at the office at Land of Lincoln, has been great in getting the information, and she communicates with the clients and let them know step by step what's needed and what's required. And she kind of guides them once we put in a referral for them. Now, there is another opportunity for individuals to come out for this, and all of this service is free. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's to no cost for you. Like I said, Land of Lincoln is an organization that helps and assists individuals, low income and senior citizens. So if you meet the income requirement, all services is free to you. So I do like to mention on February the 2nd, 2019, Macon County, Moultrie, and DeWitt County will be holding their first annual summit for expungement and sealing. I do have some flyers to give out if you're interested or know someone who could benefit from this information. It will be held here at Richmond Community College, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. There is registration. You do have to register for this event, and I believe registration ends November the 30th. So if you know someone, let them know. They have an opportunity to do so. I have business cards that I'm going to leave. I have pamphlets. So whatever questions you may have, I'm here. I'm open. You can call me. You can email me. Whatever I can do to guide you. So is there any more questions about expungements and sealings?
Can one complete the process online?
Expungement, as far as sealing and expungement? Yeah. If you do it yourself, I'm not for sure of the process. What I do know is if I receive it, I can electronically send it out to someone, but I physically need the referral form so I can get it to the Land of Lincoln.
Was Was there another hand back there?
Is there another hand?
Well, I hope that you guys take this information and spread the word. It's something that a lot of people didn't know about. They didn't know they had an opportunity to, steal something that they did in their past. My goal is to get as many people help as possible. There's help out there. It's free. We just have to be able to spread the word and to continue to educate each other of what's out there for us. And I know a lot of people struggle with this and they can't go to the next level because they have this hanging over their head. So if you have an opportunity to share this information with someone, please do.
Amen. That was a great resource in our community. Okay. We're going to move this along. We're going to ask Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church to come. They're going to give us a selection or two. We're going to keep this going.
Amen.
Again, I keep thinking about how we're forgiven. It's just a wonderful thing if you think about that Jesus is able to stand in our stead and